I don't know, trying to make the best of a bad situation here right now. Anyway, hello, my name is Emily if you haven't been here before, and if you have, then welcome back. You're probably wondering where I've been. Oh, did I die? No. So obviously, if you do follow me, I should know quite a lot of the people who watch these pregnancy updates do. You'll notice that basically this it's about 5 weeks now. So this will be my 33-week pregnancy update. So yeah, I think that's about five weeks. I'm really not sure about the lighting. I've just wanted to get this video filmed, and I sat down to film and then it was really dark and I can't bother to go and get my camera lights because they're upstairs. So I've got my beauty light that I use when I'm doing lashes. So hopefully this is fine. I'm trying to make my hair work. It's just not going to work, is it? It's too flat. Should we just put it up? I don't know. I know you guys don't care, but I care. Should we put it up? I feel like I'm really high on the screen. The camera needs to be higher. Oh, this is how long I haven't filmed. I don't even know the set. I haven't even got a bubble logo. Is that better? No, it isn't. I just look like a cabbage. Bear with me. I need to find something to hire you on. What can I hire you on? Ah. Is that better? I feel like I'm more in the centre now. Right. Anyway, waffling on. So, I literally walked from here to there, I don't know, 3 meters to get this toy to prop it on, and I'm out of breath. Yeah, so I know a lot of people, quite a few people have messaged me on YouTube, on Instagram, and asked basically if I'm okay. Because I haven't been posting, and the main reason for that is purely just feeling not okay. Nothing major. I always feel like I have to say this. There's 100 million people in the world who will have it a lot worse than me, so I hate complaining, but like people say, just because somebody has it worse than you doesn't make you feel any better. I feel how I feel, and that is just that. I guess I can't apologise. So I thought I've made a list on my phone. I'm gonna try and update you on everything that's been happening since. I'm gonna have to put my hair up. So I thought I'm gonna update you on everything that's kind of happening at the minute, happening in between. A lot of it's going to be repetitive, but just to kind of fill you in on everything. And I do feel so bad for the people that have been asking, because I have wanted to fill you in. I mean, if I wasn't as bothered about you guys just kind of seeing me at my absolute worst, I guess I would pick the camera up more. But trust me, you don't want to see my face and this whole setup when I haven't at least put a bit of concealer and some brows on, do you know what I mean? And I'm just going to be completely honest, I just have not felt up to filming. I've been trying to do Instagram, but it got so bad the way that I felt that I wasn't even updating my Instagram for a good, I'd say, week and a half, 2 weeks, not properly. I stayed on to stay in contact with my I have like a circle of friends on Instagram, and we have chats, and I tried to pop in there, but as for posting and doing stories, I was completely absent. Obviously all my friends, online friends, knew I was okay because I was in the chats, but I wasn't posting. So I know that quite a lot of you guys who just look at my feed and watch my stories, because I post stories quite often, well I used to, you'll know that I post I try and talk on my stories and stuff and just keep you guys updated, and I just was not doing any of that. And I did get quite a few messages off people, some new people that have never messaged me before as well, which was really cute, asking if I was okay, and they'd noticed that I'd disappeared and they were looking forward to my videos, and basically that I hadn't posted and was I okay. So I'm going to get my little notes here and read them for you. There's no particular order. I literally was just writing things like as something new happened and I was like planning to do this video. Like I had to give myself a massive kick up the butt. I was like, Saturday is the day. You're not backing out. If you're filming Saturday, you're getting up. The first thing you're going to do while the girls are eating their breakfast and they're in the kitchen and they're being looked after is you're going to put your makeup on and you're going to film. So I've put basic makeup on. I haven't really done too much with my eyes because I'm having my lashes done after this, so I don't want to have any makeup on my eyes, but I've done, you know, a mask to hide the eye bags, although they are clearly very visible, so imagine what they look like under that makeup. And I was like, you are filming, you are filming, you are filming. And this morning when I woke up, I felt so sick, I felt so tired. I was like, I really cannot be bothered to film, and I did, and I'm doing it. So I don't even know what I'm waffling on about at this point. It's got to the point where my brain is like just on autopilot kind of at the minute, and I'm just going through the motions, and I'm not really sure what the point of that little tangent was. Anyway, I'm sure there was a reason. When I look at this back, I'll figure out what it was. Anyway, so I've got my little list here. As and when things have been happening, I've been like writing them down, thinking, oh yes, I'll mention that, oh yes, I'll mention that. For the past, I don't know, 2 or 3 days since I planned this video, I've been thinking like, right, I need to try and remember everything, because when I turn the camera on and I don't have like a little thing, my brain just goes blank. And if you have baby brain and pregnancy brain, you'll know what I mean. So I'm going to try and reference my little notes here. So one thing that's got quite bad recently is heartburn. I thought, well no, I can't. So I had never had heartburn before in my life until I was pregnant with Azzy, my last baby, and it was like in my throat, so I was like, oh, that's strange. So then I think it was more like acid reflux, but then on the internet some places say that they're different but kind of the same, and some places say it's just the same thing, just different words. So I'm not really sure what's the difference, but so I thought that was like heartburn / acid reflux. But this pregnancy, I've been having the worst heartburn here, all in my chest, but it's been coming up my throat as well, so that must be the acid reflux. It's been waking me up at night. I've been having to go through like packets of Rene's. Nothing is like helping. It's like pure heartburn, and I've never experienced heartburn in my life, and I thought I had, but then now that I have, I realised like, no, that was not heartburn. This is heartburn. Sorry guys, I'm in so much pain. This is going to be so hard to edit down. Sorry if I talk fast. I'm quite a fast talker anyway, but when I'm trying to get the video out, and I tend to like speed things up because I'm like, right, get to the end. I've got the worst pains ever. Oh. Right, so obviously you would have So obviously you will have known from my previous videos that I was starting to get really faint and dizzy spells. That happens quite often. It happens when I'm standing up, which is obviously usual. Like if you're a fainter or like a dizzy, like pass out a person like me, you'll know that standing up on your feet tends to bring on the faint spells, so it tends to happen quite often in the kitchen. That's kind of become like a reoccurring theme. And then on my really bad days, I can just feel faint constantly no matter what. Like I try and sit down, it doesn't go, and that's kind of only just, it's not really getting, it's not, I can't really say it's getting worse, it's just getting more frequent, and just, yeah, it's kind of, once it started, it's still happening basically. It's not gone away. It's more frequent, but obviously as the baby's bigger, I've got less room to breathe. It's weighing down on my pelvis, I know, which can cause dizzy spells apparently, so this is the internet. And just standing up on your feet, you've obviously got a lot of hormones and the baby's taking a lot of your nutrients, so I'm pretty sure that's why. Well, that is why I am pregnant. And yeah, this video is just a complete mess. I might just not even edit it like between the composed bits, because this is just so you can see. Oh, like a monk. Okay. I'll get through it. Okay. So another thing is headaches. I've been saying them for a while now, since pretty much the beginning of the pregnancy. Headaches come and go. If I'm being completely honest, they are not as bad as they have been in the other trimesters. This third trimester, the headaches have definitely died down. I don't know if that's because I'm quite stocked up on my pain relief, and I'm drinking a lot. Not water. I know, you guys, you know, if you know, you know my dislike of water. It's not even a dislike, it's a pure hatred. So my drinks are, well, my drinks are like Coca-Cola and Dr. Pepper and pop, but my drinks for liquid will always be sort of like flat drinks. And I know that's terrible, but I go through like those big 2-litre bottles of Oasis like nobody's business, just necking them. And I mean, quite a lot of that's got to be water. I know there's loads and loads of sugar in there, but like, that's not what I'm interested in. I'm not watching my weight or watching my sugar intake. I gotta do what I gotta do. Even Coke and Dr. Pepper, I have water in, but I mean, I'm not here to give you nutritional advice, so don't come for me. I'm not suggesting drink just Coke during your pregnancy. This is just what I do, and I'm going to be completely honest. So I will drink Oasis. I don't even know, I can't think of any others, my brain's blank, but like I'll drink soft drinks, like not fizzy drinks for my water intake, but I'll drink a lot of it. So I think drinking a lot of that has sort of helped with the headaches, because I'm not just on caffeine. Like I know Coke has a lot of caffeine and I run off caffeine, and even coffee. I mean, to be fair, I don't really drink coffee anymore because it makes me feel a bit sicky, but like, say, I don't know, my dad's the only person who visits us because you know, coronavirus. He's single person household, so he's bubbled with us because he loves to come and see the grandkids. So when he comes round, oh, even just like that, like acid in my throat. Yeah, so when he comes round, I'll make him a coffee, I'll make myself a coffee, and yeah, so that means, and that has like a lot of water in. I don't know, what was the point of the story? Headaches. Look at my, I need to keep referencing my notes. So the headaches haven't been as bad, but like I said, I've been stocked up on the paracetamol because of the pain, which is everything, but I'll get to it in a minute. It's basically my back, my hips, my ribs, which I think is kind of like taking any kind of thing off my head thing, making me not notice it as much. Anyway, right, bear with me. I've got so much to film. So obviously my SPD started quite a while back now. At this point it is just pure savage. I've been sat here for about, I don't know, 15-20 minutes, like a little bit before this actual video will have started, because I tried all different setups with the light and that, and they seize up, like they seize up if I'm sat down. I shouldn't even be sat on the floor, I don't know what I'm playing at. In bed, being in bed is not comfortable, getting out of bed is even worse, and to make it worse, obviously I need the toilet a lot, so in the night, and it's just, you go to kind of like move, and oh, I don't even know how to explain it at this point. It's just crippling, like it's crippling. The best time for my hips is when I have been sort of moving and they're quite loosened. They still hurt, they still ache, but they're loosened. It's when they seize up, if I sit down or lay down, I cannot get back up easily. I remember having my lashes done the other day. I remember it was like literally like last week, and I couldn't get off the lash bed. Well, I can't, like if it was just me, and I wouldn't just lie there forever, like I can roll and get up, but it's like the pain is so bad that it's like it makes me feel sick and dizzy. Like I have to like really roll and then sit up and then jump down. Ugh. It's like really painful. So I've got my crutches out, like I would have said, to put on the stairs to help me go up and down the stairs. That's me trying to move my legs and talk at the same time through the pain. So I've got my crutches out to help me up and down the stairs, but to be fair, they don't really do anything. I might as well just hold the banister. I might as well hold the banister and just put my weight on that, because whatever. And when I'm out, which isn't very often, but holding the pushchair gives the same effect. So the crutches don't really do anything, but they're there. I know what everyone's thinking as well with the fizzy pop and the heartburn. I mean, it probably is making it worse, but I could drink pop for like a day and not have any heartburn, and then I can have a day where I haven't drank pop since say the morning, and then I'll get heartburn in bed. So I don't know what's triggering it, but yeah, whatever. I've been getting like stabbing pains where my hip is as well, which is new. Like actual, like somebody's got a really, like either a really hot rod, you know, it's been like in the coals and then stabbed me with it, or like just a really sharp thin blade, like it's not like a massive knife stab. I mean, I don't know, I've never been stabbed by a knife, but like it feels like such a precise point, like a, oh, and it kills down here on my right hand side. But when my hips, like if you like under your baby bump, but just above your hips, but in that gap, I don't know what that is, but that's not been fun. I remember mentioning that the contractions, like the Braxton Hicks, had started, so they're still going strong. They have become painful to the point where if my labours weren't as quick as they were, like when I'm in labour, like I'm in labour sort of thing, it's like the baby's coming, there's no mistake in my labour. Like I'm not just like, oh, a contraction, is that labour, because I know how fast my labours are. But they're painful that they are if I was like a first time mom, or my labours were like slow and built up. The pain that they are would make me think that I was in labour. Does that make sense? But obviously then there's like a break, and then maybe another one, and then a break and another one. So I know, like, oh, it's not labour, because if it was, I'd be having contraction, 2 seconds of breath, contraction, to say like get to the hospital now kind of contraction. So I know that it's not, but the pain level that it's on is if I personally didn't have fast labours, they would make me think, oh, it's the real deal sort of thing. That's like where the pain level's at. Especially in the evenings, some of them contractions can be gnarly. gnarly. And obviously the baby's really big now, so when the contractions tighten around it, you see that it's like really weird, like little alien thing in my belly. So that's quite cool. Oh, painful and cool. I like to go to see him. Yeah, and that leads me on to like, because he's so big, he's like literally like wiggling all over now. But some of the kicks, he gets his foot stuck under my rib and then like pops it out, and that hurts. It kicks down into my bladder, that hurts, and down into like my back and my butt, that hurts. Sometimes he'll boot me out the side, that'll hurt. Like, he's strong. There's not a chance in hell he's going to be as small as the girls. Snow was £5.9 and Azzy was £6.7. You guys, I know exactly how much she weighed, and it will be in these videos, so if you want to go back and look, but it's just baby brain. £5.9 and £6.7, that's what I'm going with. But definitely it was around there. Snow was the £5, Azzy was the £6, so they're both little dinky things. And even though Azzy was heavier by almost a pound, she was actually small as Snow. Like, she must have just had like really heavy weight body. But this baby, if this baby doesn't come out and he's about £8, I'm going to be shocked, because he is huge inside me. Like, his boots feel like he's got some strong legs on him. Or arms, I don't know what he's kicking and punching me, I don't know what he's doing, but he feels strong. Obviously with Azzy I had an interior placenta, so maybe that was like cushioning it a little bit, but these are like painful kicks. So one of the main reasons why I've been struggling to film or do anything is I'm not sleeping, and it isn't through lack of being tired, because I'm exhausted. It's I cannot sleep. I go to bed and well, firstly, I'm very, very uncomfortable, so I have a million pillows around me, try to prop myself up. Secondly, I get excruciating heartburn, which again, uncomfortable, causes a lot of pain. So my hips are killing, my heartburn is going crazy. I'm trying to find a comfortable position with all the pillows propped around me. I've got like, I've explained them before, but I've got like ones between my legs, one for around my shoulder, around my head, and down my bum and under me, and so I'll pop the duvet and all that stuff, and nothing helps. Bear with me. Nothing helps. But then another thing, which is completely unrelated to pain, is for some reason at night my brain goes like this, and it's spinning and it's spinning, and I'm thinking of everything, and obviously the pain doesn't help. So if I maybe wasn't in pain, I might be able to fall asleep quicker, but because I'm awake, it gets to like 2 AM, 3 AM, and I'm one of them people where if I just lay there, once my brain started, it spirals out of control. Obviously part of anxiety, so I'll be thinking of everything, like, and I mean everything. There's not one thing that's keeping me up at night. It's, I could just think of something and be like, oh my god, and I'll go, or it'll be something from the past, or I'll be worrying about the future, or I'll make some completely random thing up and be like, oh my god, what if that happened? And so I scroll on my phone, I listen to podcasts on Spotify, and I know people say that that makes you wake up more, but it definitely doesn't for me. When I put them on is when I fall asleep, and I'll fall asleep scrolling, so I'll wake up like a couple of hours later because I need a wee or something, and I'll be like with my phone or with the podcast on, and it'll just have like carried on playing. But yeah, so I'm not getting to sleep until about 2 or 3 AM. I'm waking up every hour, every 2 hours max to go for a wee. as well as Azzy has been stirring in the night recently. I think she's going through a sleep regression because she's nearing 12 months old. She's 11 months, so she's like just turned 11 months. So, but she can walk. She's just learned to walk. So she's like fully walking about now. So I don't know if she's waking up because she's more hungry. She's having a growth spurt. And I know you get like a sleep regression around that time anyway. So she's not too bad. Like she'll maybe wake up once or twice. But because I'm waking up, I'm not going to sleep, then I'm waking up for a wee. It seems like it's like and she's really easy to get back to sleep. She'll just literally oh, my camera's flashing at me, 1 second. Yeah, she doesn't really wake up. I can just hear her shuffling, and it's like mum ear, like you like can hear them. So I just tuck her back in. I'll try and give her a bottle. If she wants it, she'll drink a little bit, like about an ounce. She doesn't wake up really for food, so I think she's just shuffling and I'm just like hearing it. And if she doesn't want it, she'll just roll over. I think it's as well like comfortableness. So when I get her some of them you know, like the sleeping bags that they have, but they do the cozier ones but for bigger kids, so it has like full arms, full legs. It's not just like a grow bag sleeping bag. I don't know, anyway, whatever, I'm rambling now. Basically she shuffles in the night and that wakes me up, as well as I wake up to go and wee. And then when I wake up to go and wee, obviously I'm wide awake because of the pain that it's caused me to get up to go to the toilet. And heartburn happens quite often in the night. When my husband was on mornings the other day, I would be like texting him knowing that he's going to wake up soon because he had to get up at 4 or 5, sorry. So when it's like gone 4 and I've run out of drink or run out of running, I'd be like, please bring me some when you wake up, because obviously he's going to be waking up. Right, another thing I noticed was itching. So my legs have been itching, so it's bizarre. So from my hips down I feel like so itchy. All around my hips where my bones are, you know, your hip bones are cut, not the whole thing, but like there's cuts, scratches all down my big legs, and then all on my calves. My calves are the worst. There's like scabs and scratches all around my ankles, all up my calf and legs. I don't know why, but I'm so itchy. Oh, I'm itchy now because I'm thinking about it. So my legs are really itchy, but they're itchy like at bedtime or random times, and it's kind of like, it looks now like my whole legs are covered in like shaving rash and shaving scratches and stuff. It's not nice. I don't know why my legs are itchy, I don't know if that's a thing. But I thought I'd mention it because it's weird. You know what? I'm going to address my hair. I've been feeling super down recently about everything, about how I look, how I feel, blah blah blah. And one of those things is my hair. Obviously you'll know that I've been pregnant now for quite a while. I've had 3 babies back to back. They're all going to be less than a year apart, so like Snow, then a year, then Azzy, then a year, then the new baby boy. And I lost quite a lot of hair after having Snow, and then lost even more after having Azzy, and then I'm going to lose it again after this baby. And if I show you this, I know this has nothing to do with this pregnancy, but obviously being pregnant, your hair grows back. So if I show you, if I get a bit closer, these short bits of hair here, I've got this bit here and this bit here, get rid of that long bit. You can see all the short bits, the tufts there, look, all them bits. So that's how much they've grown on both sides. So over an inch. There's the long bits mixed in. It's hard to do it. You can see there's not much at all. About an inch of growth. But all of that and that was bouldered. Fell out. I have a point to the story, I swear. And my hair is so thick that not many people really noticed after snow, and it wasn't too much of a big deal, and I just never scraped my hair back, and I lost it through the whole lot. So like every time I come out of the shower or the bath, I'd be losing hair. Then obviously it started to grow back again, and then when I put my hair back now, my hairline, it looks thick, but that's because these bits have grown back. But they haven't grown back loads, do you know what I mean? Like if that bit fell down, it looks ridiculous. But yeah, so again, it happened after Azzy, and I lost thickness then as well. So if I show you this, this is why I'm always playing with my hair, because I can't explain to you the what's going on at the minute. So if you look back on pictures, I had really, really long thick hair. My hair is so thick. Like this even now is so thick. Like that. So like my bubbles are like that thick on both sides. And that's with all the hair loss. But my hair was really, really long, so I've had to cut it because it just looked really thin and drab. But now, right, so it looks like this is the length, yeah? If I do this, my entire hair at the front is gone. This isn't just the top layer, this is the whole thing, look. From here to there. Same on this side, it's not just the top layer, this entire section from my ear to my head is a shot. All the length is at the back. So I'm in a bit of a predicament at the minute because I absolutely love my long hair, but this is a ridiculous style. Look, short, long, short, long, and this isn't even that long. I cut this to make it look less noticeable, and when I zhuzh it together, that's what I'm always doing when I'm touching it. It's not too noticeable, it just looks kind of like I've got long hair. It's a bit thin, a bit ratty. So I've just been feeling super down about everything. This is just one of them things. I know it's just hair, but I love my hair, and ultimately I am going to have to cut my hair. There's no ifs or buts about it, is there? Look at that. And so many people can look amazing with short hair and it really suits them, but it's just not for me. I absolutely adore my long hair, and the fact is, after this baby's born in a couple of weeks, I'm going to lose even more hair. And I'm lucky that my hair's as thick as it is, because obviously my hair's still thick. Like compared to some people, this is still thick, but for me it's so thin, and I'm just not used to it. Like I love having my long thick hair, and it's just going to take years to recover, and I'm dreading it. But you know when you just know it needs cutting, like it needs cutting. There's no ifs or buts. I've just shown it you. Like that's the first time I've shown anyone. I mean, people can see it, but I kind of, you know what I mean? Now you can see why I do that. And yeah, so I don't know if that's also pregnancy hormones making me feel even worse about myself, but I'm just not looking forward to losing my hair again. And ultimately there's no getting around it. Having to have it cut, and it sounds like such a stupid thing to be upset about, but it is. Another little irrelevant ramble, but kind of related to the pregnancy, because I don't know if it's just hormones or what. Is it my door? Right, yeah, so I've wrote down heat pad. So I've got a heat pad now. Now I got it in my last pregnancy, but like I've started to try and use it for my backache. and my hips. And it's an electric one that you plug in and then wrap around you and it heats up. You could choose the temperature, and you can also choose for it to like turn off at a certain time, so like 20 minutes, half an hour, 2 hours, etc. So like if you're gonna like, I don't know, you want it on a timer to make sure it didn't go off. Yeah. Oh, I wrote anxiety, but I've kind of addressed the anxiety, like the bedtime anxiety. I've been really bad anxiety about how I look. I don't know, I think it's just part of being pregnant for 3 years. Things are changing. I'm losing all my hair. Obviously gaining weight. You're pregnant, you're gaining weight. But yeah, just not feeling great mentally or physically at the minute, guys. So that's why I've not been as here. But it's mainly the physical thing. The mental thing I've always had. The physical pains is what I'm struggling with. So yeah. I wrote exhaustion, but I kind of have addressed that as well, about how I can't sleep, so I just feel so tired. Obviously I don't have the option of lying in, so say this is my first pregnancy, I could kind of lounge about, I could stay in bed, I could just lie on the sofa watching shit and just having little naps. It's not an option. I've got 4 other children in the house, 5 when it's every other weekend and my stepson's here. I don't have that option regardless. So yeah, my husband works full-time, does shifts, so he's either at work, asleep, or doing God knows what. I do know what, but I'm not gonna go into that right now. Doing my edit, nothing rude, just not helping me basically. I'm gonna leave that in there. Yeah, not helping me. So yeah, he's either at work, asleep, or having fun somewhere in the house, gaming, I don't know, not cleaning. Yeah. Yes, so I think no I didn't. So if you follow me on Instagram, I will have told you the blood results. So the blood results were like low iron, low B12, low folate, as per. I think it's just because I've got such a tiny body. Tiny body, yeah. Not right now. But like my frame, I've got tiny hips, tiny feet, tiny skeleton, I don't know. So I'm a petite person, just with a lot of fat on me at the minute. So petite person. So I think I must not have as much vitamins as somebody bigger, and the baby is taking the same as they would off some normal sized person, and so they're always deficient. I don't know. I don't know. I'm always deficient anyway. Yeah. I don't know what I was talking about. Oh yeah, so I had my 30-week scan. So this was obviously ages ago now. I'm 33 weeks. This was like 3 weeks ago. But I wanted to mention at the time, but obviously I didn't film a video. It was bizarre. It was the strangest ever, because I had my scan and consultant because I'm high risk. So I went into my consultant appointment, which I waited in the waiting room for like an hour and a half on my own as well, because obviously Luke couldn't come with me. They called you in. It's always a short appointment, so I knew it would be a short appointment, but they just, you know, you have to do it if you're high risk. No, I was like, you get taken in by like, I don't know, the helper. I don't know if she's a nurse or just a helper or whatever, and then the consultant is waiting for you in the room, aren't they? Yeah, no. So I was like, oh, where should I sit? And she was like, in front of the doctor. And I was like, and it was a laptop. The doctor was on a Zoom consultant to me. There wasn't even a consultant in the room. It was the most awkward thing of my life. I obviously have anxiety anyway, and I was like, I just was like, yeah, everything's fine. I really got this list of things, like, I was like, help me, help me, help me, help me, help me. And really I was like, feel great, bye. I was in there for about 30 seconds. I was like, what the actual hell? And when you go to your consultant, they normally like, they'll feel your belly, especially when you've got, it's your 30-week one, you're like your 30-week growth scan. They check your belly, they check, I don't know, they do all sorts, so I can't even think. But it was like a woman on a computer screen, and I sat down in front of her like, Hello? How strange. How strange. So I wonder why that is. I mean, obviously it must be to do with coronavirus. But like, how can they be your high risk pregnancy consultant over a screen? They can't take any measurements, they can't, do you know what I mean? Oh, it was daft. It was daft. I was like, I've waited an hour and a half for that. Anyway. And the last thing I've got on the list is that my nipples have started leaking. Bit of TMI, but yes, so the baby milk is back in business. So this is going to be the fifth lot of milk that these boobies have made. So yes, I'm pretty sure this is about an hour long at this point. So I'm going to kind of end it. Oh dear God. So yes, I think I'm going to end this. I need to edit it for sure. I don't know if I'll leave quite a lot of it in. Just, you know, just so that I can look back and be like, oh yes, I remember the pain. Or if I'll edit it all out and just keep this version private. I don't know what I'm on about at this point. Anyway, I need to go. I need to get my lashes done. Tidy up. I don't know, all the normal stuff I have to do. Probably will just sit on the sofa and do none of it while the girls are just running around, because the last few days it's gotten that bad that the basics are being failed to get done, you know, the washing or the sweeping up, you know, the stuff that you do on a daily, like not the big things, the things that are the daily, the washing up, the sweeping, the putting things away, just the little things that you don't think twice of, are getting neglected now, because even sweeping is becoming like so the house is becoming slowly ridiculous, and I've not had much help at all off anybody. Obviously coronavirus, but obviously my husband as well. He's not been around, and he's not around properly until next week, so I've been on my own. So that means that when the girls are in the living room, I'm in the living room. When the girls are in the kitchen, I'm in the kitchen. And when the girls are in their seats in the kitchen, I try and clean the kitchen as much as I can when they're in the living room. But that means that upstairs I have not really ventured up there in about, so what day is it? Saturday. So he's been from Wednesday to next Wednesday, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so for about 3 or 4 days. But it adds up when you've got this many children. So like the boys' bathroom in the middle, the girls' bedroom, the boys' bedrooms, you're just like putting clothes away and stuff. None of that's being done because I don't venture up the stairs until it's bedtime. And the only time that I do would be if Luke was watching the girls and I went up there to do like a middle floor tidy. Like I wouldn't be just going up and down and be like, I'm on that level now, I've made it up the stairs, this is where I live now, kind of thing. So because Luke's not been around, I'm just down here. I could do the downstairs bathroom, I can do the hallway, I can do the kitchen, I can do the living room. But upstairs is like completely neglected at the minute. So until next week when he is around to help again, it is what it is. And then by the time I go up to bed, the kids are all in sleep and I'm like, I'm not cleaning my bathroom at this time of night. That's my excuse. But yeah, basically, so both the floors above me, the kids' floor and our floor, are both being highly neglected. I mean, my kids are quite good. My oldest 11-year-old and my 9-year-old are a massive helps. They do a lot, and they're homeschooled as well, bless them. So they do their work and they help mummy with her work, so I don't even know what I would do without them at the minute. They do far more than they need to. But then probably other kids, I don't know, maybe kids do more. They don't do that much, they're not like slaves, like, don't worry. But like they help me and I'm like super grateful because they like are my biggest helps. They're with me all the time, so good. Anyway, I'm sure I was starting to end this video a while back. Right, I'm gonna go. Hopefully this isn't a complete waste. I get this up. I'm going to put it up anyway. Whatever. Even if I look at this back and it's complete shambles, I'm going to put it on. Oh, one more thing. Sinuses. So my nose isn't blocked. It's perfectly fine to breathe through. I just sound like I have a blocked nose. So, yay. And I don't know if I told you this. It's super gross. I think I did. Like I could squidge it and it squeaks. Oh. Feels like blocked, bunged up nose, and it's just not. I can breathe, so it's not. It's my sinuses. My sinuses are full of rank stuff. I want one of them rollers. I used to have one, the Jade rollers, to like flush out my sinuses, because a pregnancy massage person told me how to do it. She did it to me and she was like, oh, I'm draining it. Ugh, sounds really gross, but like it clears them all. And she was doing it with her hand, and it's kind of like this movement, but I think like a roller would be good. But I broke mine. Probably one of the kids broke it, to be fair. So I want another one of them. I don't have one. I need to get one. Anyway, this is the end now. See, there's just so much, because I haven't been on for 5 weeks. I'm just like rambling. Right, I will leave my Instagram down below. As always, that's not how I end it. How do I end it? I remember. So if you like me, which I'm sure after watching that video you're like, no. If you've even here still now, you'll be like, what the hell is there to like about that woman? She's just an absolute bizarre woman. Anyway, if you like me and you want to see more of me, go follow me over on Instagram. It'll be linked down below. As always, like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video, guys. Peace.